Good morning, friends. It's our last day in Nice and we have a fun journey ahead. We're actually heading into the Alps, and the Alps might sound like they're very far away from Nice and the French Riviera, but they're not. They actually start at Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat.
It's our last day in the south of France, and this time we're heading into the foothills of the Alps. We're taking a narrow gauge train from Nice to find a true hidden gem, Entrevaux, a stunning medieval town on the banks of the river Var. We have fun exploring town and hiking to the top of the citadel on the hill. In the evening, we head to the coastal town of Antibes for some delicious food and beautiful views. If you're looking for an incredible day trip from Nice and an off-the-beaten-path adventure in the south of France, you have to visit Entrevaux. Let's get going!
We've made it to the Libération tram stop, and now we are headed to the Chemin de Fer de Provence train station. It's a bit of a mouthful. This train does not leave from the normal Niceville train station. You have to go to a different one, and we're gonna go and find it.
Wish us luck.
Yeah. We found the station. It's the Chemin de Fer de Provence. It's not Gare du Sud, it's behind that. You have to walk a couple blocks and then you are right there. All right, we got our tickets. Part of the route is covered by this, and then part of it is covered by an actual ticket. It's very simple, just validate your ticket when you get on and you're good to go. The Chemin de Fer de Provence train is a narrow gauge railway, and your average train is 1.4 meters wide on the tracks, and this narrow gauge is only 1 meter wide. That allows it to have some tighter turns and to really hug the mountains as it passes into the Alps. We made it to Entrevaux.
It was only a 1.5 hour train ride.
It was a really scenic train ride. We were hugging the river, going through the mountains. It was incredible. Super scenic. Try and get a window seat if you can. Mm-hmm. Now we are at the medieval hill town of Entrevaux. Let's go explore.
Entrevaux is a medieval town dating back to the 11th century, and it's situated on the Var River. Because of a tumultuous past, Entrevaux is heavily fortified. In 1536, the town was betrayed by its lord and fell to the Holy Roman Emperor. Half the population of the town was massacred, and the remaining half staged an uprising and joined France. The town increased its fortifications, starting with the Port Royal, the main entrance to Entrevaux, which was built in 1658.
What are you seeing?
I'm seeing some old medieval buildings. This place is really cool. Also, people were really short back then. Water fresh from the mountains. Let's try it. That's good.
One of the things you shouldn't miss when in Entrevaux is the cathedral. Let's go check it out.
The Cathedral of Entrevaux was built in the 16th century and has a couple interesting features inside. There's a large painting of the Assumption that dates back to 1647 and an organ from 1717.
One of the other neat things you can do in town is hike the Citadel. We're gonna attempt that, or at least we're gonna see how far we can get, because it is very tall and it is very hot out. It's €5 to access, and you can pay by coins or by card, not paper bills. We have our coins. It took a little while to get them. We had to try a couple different cards, but let's go.
The Citadel of Entrevaux was built as part of fortification plans created in 1690. The citadel was never fully completed, but it was a symbol of strength to deter would-be invaders. It's an 800-meter path to the top with 156 meters of vertical ascent, so be prepared for a hike. There are 2 small forts you can explore as well.
steep hike. It's gonna take a while to get up here.
We've hiked quite a ways up. We still have a bit of a way to go.
A ways to go.
A ways to go. Did you think we were gonna hike a mountain today?
Not really.
Surprise.
Let's check out the view from the top.
Yeah, here we go. I see it. We are so close. We made it to the top.
Somehow.
Yeah, that hike was intense for sure. It really helped that there were some places you could pull off for some shade.
Yeah.
Not too many though.
No water up here though.
No water up here, so bring your own. The view is absolutely stunning though. Super worth the hike.
The Citadel was last used during World War I as a prison for German officers, and you can wander the ruins of the prison at the top.
Pretty nice view for a prison.
Well, this citadel is huge and it's fun to explore. And if you read French, there are some informational signs on the walls, and it also seems like they do some medieval festival, possibly in the fall, we're not sure. We've worked up an appetite, we're pretty hungry, so we're gonna head back down to town and hopefully find something to eat for lunch. Fingers crossed that we can do it.
Well, lunch hit the spot and those cokes were nice and cold.
It was so much fun exploring Entrevaux, and we highly recommend coming if you have an extra day in Nice. Now we are heading back to the train station and trying to get back to Nice. One thing we learned on today's trip is that anything in orange right here is covered by the Ligne d'Azur card. And if you're going past the orange stops, you have to pay a supplementary fee. We are at Entrevaux and we had to pay a supplementary fee in order to get here from Nice. Super easy to do, and this is such an affordable, beautiful journey. We made it back to Nice, and for better or for worse, we are not done with sightseeing for the day. We are heading to Antibes. We made it to Antibes.
We're standing in the port, which is Europe's oldest and largest yacht harbor with 1,600 stalls.
And there are some seriously massive yachts here. They are truly impressive.
Yeah.
Antibes is supposedly the birthplace of water skiing and was invented here in the 1920s.
Pretty cool.
We won't be trying that out today.
Let's go check out the area.
Yeah. Antibes is known as one of the places Picasso called home, and there's a pretty nice museum here dedicated to Picasso. Unfortunately, we arrived a little after it closed, but we have something to look forward to the next time we're here. In Antibes, we were searching for dinner and we found something that sounded just too good to pass up, and it has a ton of good reviews on Google, so we had to give it a try. We went to Falafel, and they serve traditional Lebanese food, and I got a chicken shawarma sandwich. This looks and smells incredible. I have to dig in. So there's chicken shawarma, which is like on the rotisserie. There's french fries, there's lettuce, and then there's some sort of cheese, and the cheese brings the creaminess. The whole thing is an amazingly savory sandwich. I am in heaven.
I got the falafel sandwich, and if it's anything like Karin's, I'm sure it's gonna be amazing. Let's give it a try. Wow, such good falafel. Crispy on the outside, soft and fluffy on the inside, perfectly seasoned. It's got lettuce, tomatoes, a little bit of sauce. This is so good.
Dinner was amazing, but of course we had to save room for a little gelato. We came to Gelateria del Porto. I got chocolate mint and Nutella, and it's so good. And they do it in the shape of a rose. So much fun.
Well, that wraps up our time in the south of France.
And we will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. All right, we found the train station. It's Chemin de Provence. Wrong way. Well, this Citadel, no.
Well, lunch was simple, but it hit the spot. Now we're gonna try to hit the train.
The train for the, as it goes into the as it passes into the Alps. One thing we learned is there anything else we wanted to say?
Let's go check it out.